So now that we have created our toolpath by generating G code, having Autodesk generate that G&M code for us, we are now ready to post-process. That means it's going to actually like create a file for us that we can plug into the physical mill, and it will be able to read that and run the program. So I'm going to click post-process. It's going to pull all this up. This is where I need to select what kind of mill I am working with. So as you can see, there are a lot of different mills out there. So I need to find my Haas desktop mill. So that's the one we're using. We'll later get into these Haas pre-NGC Haas's, but for now, we're going to work with the Haas desktop mill. So I'll select that. I can see that it's still got my program name and number I had established for it earlier on, so that's good to see. Do I just hit OK now, Bryce?
Let's scroll through here, through our options over here, these green options.
Okay.
And
Let's scroll through this, see what we got.
For safe retracts, I use G28 as our default. And then we probably want to use G0.
And what's different there and here?
So a G28 is the normal code that whenever you have learned your G code that homes out the machine. And we don't, G53 will probably work, that is what it defaults to, but most of your machines are G28s for their coding that they read. Now we use the G0 because we can manipulate G0 at the controller using our rapid modification buttons. We can drop it down to 5%, 25%, 50%, and so on.
And this is all stuff we'll illustrate and work with in a later video.
Now, if you were running the larger Haas's, the default is instead of using G0, it uses an F500. Now, if we try to use an F500 on that desktop mill, it'll alarm out because it exceeds the feed rate. Now, with our desktop mill being selected up here, it's probably been modified, the post has been modified to not use an F500, but it's just kind of easier to use that G0.
Okay. And is there anything else we need to do in our...
No, I think that covers everything.
Okay, so I'm going to hit post. And it's going to say, where do I want to save my file? I'm going to save it on a flash drive, and then I'll be able to plug that flash drive into the mill, and away we go.